Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. If you're new to our channel, welcome. Here at Mad About Skin, we're passionate about helping you to get the most out of your skincare. So if you haven't already, now's a fantastic time to click that link below, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and you won't miss out on any of our amazing future content. Now, today's video, we're going to be doing a full skincare routine for people with oily and acneic skin. Not just any old routine, but all the products are going to be coming from The Ordinary. This is part of a series that I'm doing where I'm taking different skincare brands and I'm pulling together routines using just their products. I think what really brought this about is a lot of people said it's really nice to shop around, take a product from this line, product from this brand, but ultimately a lot of us don't have that much time or inclination to shop around, and we just want to throw in all products from one brand into our basket online, click checkout and go. And so hopefully this series will allow people to do just that. I've already done one on the anti-aging routine by The Ordinary, which I'll link up there if you haven't checked it. I'll also put the link in the description box below, so check that one out. I'm going to be broadening it out. I think anti-aging and acne are the two things which most people come asking questions about. So I've done, once this video is over, I've done that for The Ordinary. I'm going to move on to the Inky list and through to Paula's Choice. Then I'm going to look at some other brands. So if there's any specific brands you want me to do a skincare routine from, leave me a comment below and I'll get onto it straight away. So with acne, it doesn't really matter whether you're dealing with hormonal acne, cystic acne, persistent acne, a few breakouts, or just oily skin. This routine will be fantastic for you. I will caveat just before we start any of this, if you have persistent acne which is starting to scar, I mean leaving pits in the skin or dark marks, go see your dermatologist, your GP, your doctor, get that looked at, because there might be other underlying reasons, or it might need a more aggressive prescription treatment. So just, I'll put that out there. This routine isn't going to be suitable for someone with really persistent and scarring acne. That needs to be dealt with by a professional, and to stop that before obviously it does long-term and lasting damage. For everybody else, like me, who's just oily, gets occasional breakouts, maybe you've got blackheads, maybe you've got clogged pores, maybe you have persistent breakouts which come and go, this is the routine for you. So, like with all good skincare routines, you need to start with your cleanser. With The Ordinary, there is only one cleanser. This is the Squarlane cleanser, and it is the only one they have, and it's absolutely fantastic. I love this product. It goes on as dispensed onto your hand as a cream. You warm it in your hands, it goes to an oil, rub it through your face, massage it in for 30 seconds, add water, it'll turn to a milkiness, and wash it away. When it turns milky, continue to massage for about 20 seconds, and that way you get the maximum cleansing from the one application of the product. Just a little top tip. I don't think you need to necessarily do a second cleanse. If you do want to, then you might want to look at some other skincare lines, because The Ordinary doesn't really have one that I would recommend. I don't think you need to do a double cleanse. I think the Squarlane cleanser is good enough to just get all that dirt, debris, makeup, skincare, SPF, whatever off your skin, and you're ready to go. Sometimes I say to people, don't necessarily assume you have to cleanse morning and night. I always cleanse in the evening. You have to get the day off, take off all that pollution, skincare, makeup, whatever's on. But in the morning, your skin is reasonably fresh. You might have a little light sweat, but actually your body's replenished the skin's barrier with essential oils. And essential oils, I don't mean like the aromatherapy oils. I mean essential for the body and the skin's natural function. And you don't necessarily want to cleanse those away. If you have very oily skin like I do, actually you might want to cleanse in the morning, and that's absolutely fine, because if you wake up greasy, you don't want to end up putting skincare on top of greasy skin. So listen to what your skin's saying and cleanse either twice a day if you're super greasy, or just in the evening if you don't wake up with too greasy skin. That's your cleansing done and dusted. Now you're going to move on to your exfoliator. A lot of people will say, oh, naturally reach for salicylic acid, and that would be the obvious thing to do if you've got oily or acneic skin. Now, the reason I'm not recommending salicylic acid, well, the one from The Ordinary, the 2% salicylic acid solution, has been out of stock for years. They keep promising to reformulate it and bring it back. They never have. There's a mask, but we're not talking about doing masks at this point. That's a treatment rather than a daily skincare routine. So I'm not actually recommending salicylic acid. I also don't think it's necessarily always the best. I actually think Azelaic Acid is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to leave an image of the product. I've loaned mine out to a friend, so I'm going to leave an image of it there for you. Azelaic Acid is fantastic because not only is it anti-inflammatory, so it will help with the inflammation that you get, the redness and the irritation and the inflammation that you get with your acne and your breakouts, but it's also antimicrobial, so it'll help to keep in check some of the acne-causing bacteria. So it's perfect for people with acneic skin. It's also not that aggressive, so for particularly younger people with acneic skin that don't need a super aggressive exfoliator because they haven't got maybe the deep set fine lines already formed, this is a fantastic option. So I think really everybody should just go in with a azelaic acid. You can use it morning and evening. This routine actually is applicable for morning and evening, so you can use this interchangeably. However, I would mix it up twice a week and include this, which is the AHA 30%, BHA 2% peeling solution. So on the days where you're using this, don't use your azelaic acid, but twice a week for 10 minutes, apply this as a mask, and honestly, it will just solve all your skin problems and give you the gorgeous glowing skin that we all deserve. It's a powerhouse of glycolic acid, and it's got salicylic in there as well. So by using the azelaic acid daily, you then get the benefit of the antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, and then twice a week, you're getting the powerhouse salicylic acid and glycolic acid, which I love because I do think a mixture of acids is what you really need when you're trying to tackle acne. So that's your exfoliation done, which always comes straight after you've done your cleanse. Now you're going to start applying your serums. Well, the go-to has to be this, which is the niacinamide 10% and zinc 1%. I love this product. This is fantastic for anyone with oily skin. Now, sometimes I do recommend people stick to a 5% niacinamide. Generally 5% is the go-to niacinamide strength. Anything more than that, you can risk irritation. But I think when you're trying to attack acne, oily, breakout prone skin, I think a 10% is probably the right strength for you, which makes this a fantastic product. It's also got zinc in there, which is amazing at balancing out that sebum production in the skin and making sure that it controls some of the oil that you're producing. Acne, its basis, is caused by a number of things, but one of the key drivers is an increased amount of oil being produced, which sits in the pores, clogs with dirt, and then that causes the infection, which can then lead to the whitehead, the comedome, the blackhead once it oxidizes, all things we don't want in our skin. Niacinamide is gorgeous. You can use this morning and night. Quite a few people say, "Ooh, does it cause purging?" I've heard it can be really bad. I've done a whole video on niacinamide, which is worth a watch before you include this in your routine, because some people do experience a purge. That is when really your skin just goes into overdrive in terms of cellular turnover, and the comedomes, which are I like to think of the spots which haven't emerged yet, all come to the surface at once. I think purging can be a positive experience. I did a video on it, again, I'll link it there. I think it can be a positive experience because it's just getting rid of everything in one go, but some people can find it quite distressing when you start something and you find that actually things get worse before they get better. That can happen with niacinamide. It can happen with any product, but niacinamide is one that usually people do worry about and concerned that could happen. It is a fact of life. It's something to be aware of before you include this in your routine. So watch those videos before you include it. A gorgeous product, use it morning and night. I do hear some people say it's quite difficult to layer on top of. I've never had any issue with that. I think the key with this product is leave it on for 30 seconds before you put your next step on. That way you're ensuring that the product has gone into the skin and been absorbed before you then layer other things on top. In terms of serums beyond that, you might want to look at something to deal with existing pigmentation and scarring. This might not apply to everybody, but I do think everyone can benefit from a vitamin C and an alpha arbutin. Both of those are skin lightening and brightening agents. We're not talking whitening of the skin, that's very different. This is where you're lightening and bringing out pigment where it might be concentrated and giving those dark spots that we all hate. Once we have a zit, even if we don't pick it, and let's be honest, most of us do, even if you don't pick it, the trauma that it causes to the skin, the body's natural reaction to that is to flood the area with melanin, which prevents it from further damage by UV light. It's like the body's defense mechanism, but that appears as dark pigmentation in the skin and gives you that dark spot or acne scar. To remove that, if you've got that, at this point you then want to put your vitamin C, so your ascorbic acid 8%, alpha arbutin 2% solution, which I'll leave there. I do actually have it, I just don't have it on me. This is fantastic because what it'll do is the vitamin C will brighten and the alpha arbutin over time will lift some of that pigment. So pigmentation is removed when the rate of pigment being produced is less than the rate it being removed from the skin, either through turnover or from using a pigment remover such as alpha arbutin. It's a beautiful serum and it will go really, really well in anyone with acneic or breakout prone skin, particularly if you're dealing with a little bit of leftover residual scarring from past breakouts. Absolutely fantastic. You can also, at this point, if you'd like, in the evening, you should be applying your retinol. I don't particularly like the retinols by The Ordinary, but I did a video on them, which I'll link up there, so you can choose one from that collection which you think best suits you. You should use the vitamin C and alpha arbutin in the morning. In the evening, use your retinol. So it just depends on the time of day as to which one of these two you use. And that is it. Beyond that, you need to apply your SPF. I said in the anti-aging video, I hate The Ordinary SPF. I just really don't like it. I'm not going to recommend something I don't like. So find a SPF which works for you. Chemical or mineral, it really doesn't make any difference. It's what's best for you. I've done videos on sunscreen, so you might want to check some of those out, but there's some fantastic ones out there, so definitely just get one that works for you. And I would say when it comes to moisturisers and SPFs, when you have oily skin, I know I've suffered with acne for coming on for 20 years now, it can be really difficult to find a moisturiser that doesn't leave you feeling heavy and clogged down. So question whether you actually need a moisturiser. Is your SPF moisturising enough that you don't need that moisturiser? What moisturiser does is lock in all your skincare, protect it, and just allow it to go on and do its work during the day. Also does give a surface hydration, but that's it. So if you're getting that from your SPF, you probably don't need an added moisturiser. If you do, the Ordinary only do one, which is fantastic. This is the natural moisturising factors with hyaluronic acid. It's gorgeous, it's hydrating, it's simple, and it's inexpensive. However, question whether you actually need one, because I always applied a moisturiser, and by midday I was sweaty, I was greasy, and I put that down to the fact I didn't need a moisturiser. My SPF was doing enough of a moisturising job, combined with the other serums and things I put on before. I didn't need one. So question whether you need it. That's it, guys. That is a simple yet really hyper effective skincare routine for anyone who's got oily, acneic, or current breakout prone skin. I will just caveat, like I said before, speak to your dermatologist, esthetician, or GP if you have persistent acne that's not going and is leading to scarring. Also, if you believe your acne is hormonal, that is usually characterised by huge cysts, painful cysts under the skin. Any amount of topical application probably isn't going to help that. So again, that's a time when you want to speak to your skincare professional to get that dealt with. So I'll just caveat that. But for everybody else, this is a beautiful skincare routine. And hopefully, if some of you are watching it don't have active breakouts, but do just want a routine that might help to combat some breakouts that you might get, depending on the time of the month, time of the year, because it could be seasonal, or maybe just what your diet is. A lot of people are experiencing breakouts during lockdown because their diet's changed, and as a result, their skin's changed with it. So hopefully this is really useful. I'd love to know your thoughts on brands that you want me to do a similar thing for, so leave me a comment below. If you give this video a thumbs up, it really helps the channel, and I would love you forever, so thank you so much for that. I just want to say a big thank you to everybody that's joined this channel in recently. We're growing by like 150 subscribers a day, which is mind-blowing. So if you're watching this and you've just subscribed, I send you a massive hug from here in the UK, and I'll see you all in the next video wherever you are. Take care. Bye.